Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Elden Ring. Today I'll be showing you Stormveil and where to get stuff and how. Without further ado, let's get into the video. You'll first want to run up here and you'll see somebody with a torch. This guy will call in 2 other people to come help him. You can cast 3 bullets at him and he'll die. Then you have to kill these guys here. After you've killed those guys, you can get yourself right here on this dead body. You'll get this leather shield that I'm using. You'll run forward. I'll go out your door here, and on that dead body right there, you'll take it and then run back inside real fast. You'll get a free tier 2 gold rune. After killing those 2, running into this building, you should be met with there he is, executioner. You can kill him, and you might be noticing my new clothes by now. But first, you'll want to pick up these hook claws, go back around. You'll talk about you. I'll tell you that you did good for following his path. I'll say that it's good that the guards didn't see you. These guys right here, these little dudes that have the same thing I'm wearing on, if you kill them enough, you'll get this, which raises your faith by 1. So that can help you use incantations. You'll run up here, dodge those guys' little fireball that they like to throw. Run up. Kill them, and before this guy up here sees you, he'll drink a potion. And you'll shoot a little bolt at him to kill him. We'll grab this smoldering butterfly off of that dead body. You'll run to your right, and you'll grab the gold rune ×2 off of that guy. Plus to it. We'll run into here, dodge, kill the same guy right here. And this room, you'll want to preferably actually die before you enter here to the guy in here, because you can cheat him by baiting him out here. You try and get him to the corner of the room. Woo! And when he's in that corner, you can actually just sit here, and if you line it up between the board, you can just sit here and hit him, but I believe it only works with swords, so anybody who's... I believe it actually only works with swords and axes. So, flails do not count, sadly. And remember, you have to get him aggroed on you, and you have to get him to start running. If you get him to run into the door, like I said, you sit here right in between this board, and you'll hit him with your first attack. And in this initial chain, he'll hit you every now and then he'll keep running into the door. And then you can run into this building, and off of this guy, you'll get the rusted key, and then in there, this little thing right here, I believe you'll get yourself a smoldering butterfly. Off of that. Then you'll run to your right again. You'll go down here, get yourself 5 throwing daggers off of that guy. Turn back around, go to this door, and you can use your rusted key that you found earlier to unlock this door. I've already unlocked it though. You'll walk up here. Climb up here. You'll want to turn to your right. In this part, we'll hit that guy. Jump over here, you'll hit this guy too. You'll get another smoldering butterfly off this guy. That's what I get for trying to make that jump. That's okay, because you can climb up this ladder again. And once we get up here, There we go. You're left around this corner. There is an enemy, so you actually can get really close to the corner, and you can bait him out, and he won't be able to hit you because he tries to do a sneak attack. You hit him. If you hit him and kill him, there'll be another guy up here, which you can sneak up on. Get yourself a sneak attack on him. Then you can grab yourself a free gold rune off of that guy. Run around this corner. Keep going. You'll get yourself 3 mushrooms off of him. And then you'll run up these stairs. And you'll see this knight over here with a big halberd. If you hit him a few times, you can run down these stairs here. You start hitting him while he's running at you. And dodge attacks will throw at you every now and then. You can kill him. And once you've killed the knight, you'll run all the way back up these stairs. And instead of going in this room when you're left here, you'll actually go over here, drop down to your right. I almost didn't make that, but across from where we got those mushrooms. You'll follow this little path here along, and you'll jump down into this little area right here, and you'll get yourself a free Ardia leaf, which is a rare crafting material. If you're brave, you'll drop down here, take a bit of fall damage. You can knock that guy off the edge. It'll look strange killing that guy by throwing fire at him. And you'll climb up here. You can kill him. Drop back down to the beginning right here. You can go through here. We'll go back and then climb back up the ladder. And then this little jump right here on our right. You make that jump. And you'll be met by this guy with this bigger shield than usual and a spear, which you can get both of those as a drop if you kill him enough. And there will be another guy in here with a crossbow. Will kick you, so be careful you don't get knocked off that edge. After you kill him, you can get yourself a free brick hammer, which is just a medium-sized hammer that you can hit people with, and it does smashing damage, so any rock enemies or clay enemies, you can hit them and do more damage to them than you would do with a sword. After you've got that, you'll drop back down, climb all the way back up the ladder again. Well, I fell. But common occurrence in Stormveil, because there's a lot of short little areas that you can fall off of quite easily, so you'll want to be careful yourself and hopefully not end up with the same fate that I did there. But if you do die, all that does is give you an extra chance to get extra stuff out of these guys, even if it's just a Stormhawk feather like what I've been getting. It gives you another chance. Let's do a little speed run. run backwards again. Run back. The knight should try to follow you and will fall off that railing, hopefully. Kill him. Not drop anything, sadly. At least I don't think he did. Let's see. No, he didn't. Okay. So run into this room. And... yep. Nothing in here. We'll run up here. You have to get to the top of this area right here. Well, I guess you don't have to. You can run in here. And then you'll rest at this site of grace. Which will then lead you out to here, which is up above this big area right here. You can see where we're supposed to go. And you can actually, if you'd like, jump off of here onto this building. A little shortcut for you guys. And then you can jump off of this building and land here. And then you can roll down. And you can walk down here if you need to for cover. You'll be met with a few rats after you drop down in that area. Also, do be careful, because these rats can be very annoying, because they actually do a decent amount of damage, and they can jump forward, which is just annoying in general, so just try and attack them from a range so they don't get a jump attack on you. So, you've cleared those rats out, you'll want to make sure there isn't any more. And of course, you always want to go and check these little corridors and stuff like this, because generally they have stuff in them, but unluckily, that one did not. But there's always this that you can grab. And then we'll use a stone sword key that we've collected to go into this room. Generally, stone sword key rooms have something in them, like an enemy, so make sure there's nothing in here. And then you'll want to grab the Godslayer's seal, which is something we can use to cast incantations, and the Godskin prayer book, which we can give to other people. We can give to other clerics to tell us how to use certain incantations. As you can see, we don't have enough faith, but it boosts Godslayer incantations, which we can use if we fight any gods. So they'll walk out here, get this gold rune. And this puts us out by this main gate area, which is actually kind of hard to get to. And there's annoying enemies, as you can see, they're all on ballistas out here, aiming at that little main gate, which we're not going to go down there right now, but we'll check this corner. Not there. So, you'll always want to check these, though. Nope, nothing there either. Now then, you'll run back up. We'll do that. Up here. Back through all these rats we had killed. Of course, we have to drink our flask. Make sure we're at full mana before we go in here. And I'm not going to lie to you. This area is super easy because these guys can only shoot in front of them. So all you have to do is just run past all the guys. It's really easy, actually. And then you just crouch when you're over here. And even if the guy right there just sees you, you can really easily get around him. And then just run in here. Because you can't take any damage when you're out of sight of grace, so. Well, unlucky for us. There's an enemy. So, take that guy out real fast. Then we'll rest at the site of grace here. We'll actually want to run back out here towards this guy. And you can actually bait him into hitting his own dog. So that's, well, I was about to say that's nice, but that's not very nice. Another warning, this guy is like, he hits very hard. He is really slow though, so if you have anything ranged between bow and arrows, the long bow might not work if you're a samurai and you started out with that, but I know for a fact the short bow from the bandit would work, and pretty much anything else that can fire at a decent fire rate. You can mess up his AI right here though, and he'll keep trying to run away from you and go back all the way down these stairs because he's actually not big enough to fit down the other ones. I believe if you... There's another thing you can do with him too. So, hold on. We'll do that. So, you'll first rest at this site of grace. And after you've killed him, you can actually bait him into hitting something else. Just killed his dog. You can actually bait him into hitting this thing right here. But you have to get just the right attack for him to actually break it open. I believe it has to be his forward slash, so where he hits downwards. Ah. Or you get unlucky like me and he will never use the attack, but you can do that and break open that area, which I believe gives you a +3 gold rune, so that'll help you. But we're going to want to go retrieve our runes and then just go back and rest at the site of grace. Won't take but 2 seconds if you die too. So take back your gold runes. You'll run back and as you can see. So now you'll run actually to your right to get something that we can use in late game. You'll want to, off of this little cliff, jump off of it, which will do minor damage to you. Only a little bit, but then you'll drop down here onto this. Get yourself a smith stone grade 2. And you'll follow this little path right here. You'll get yourself another gold rune. And there's actually a bunch of rats in this area in front of you, so make sure you're at like full health. And there's even a giant rat in this area too. So, like I said. See, giant rat ambushes you from around this corner. You take the poison bloom. You run into this room. And then you just sit here and you attack him real fast, this little giant, this beetle. You'll get your Rancoral spell, and then you'll run around through this maze, hopefully trying to get through it. And then you'll fall down in this pit right here, which you will actually meet a really big boss when you get in here. Yeah, the tree spirit. He's kind of annoying, so just kind of roll around and try not to get hit. But you can pick up all that stuff if you want. So, we're going to pick it all up. However, you do want to be careful because he's massive and has very long reach, and he will... At our level, we do not have enough stamina to guard counter any of that, so you'll want to be very careful when fighting him. Now then, drop off this edge again, follow the same path. So this time we won't go through that secondary room. We can actually just avoid the rat altogether by running up this little ramp. And most of them won't jump up there if you go to the left path. After that, if you roll down here, might as well get our runes, right? So you'll get that. He comes up out of the ground. That killed us instantly. Okay. Huh. Well then. I guess we won't get our runes. We'll just go for the other things. Doesn't look like we got enough time to go for the runes then. But that's okay. I always get the worst attacks that I can get when I'm fighting like bot. Oh no. Oh, we survived that. I did not think I was going to survive that. Well. So, rather than fighting him this time, there's actually a very important item down here, which is why I'm trying to, not die while doing it. But, yeah, in that room over there, you can see after I've died, there is a important item that we can get called the Prince of Death's Talisman, I believe. And it gives you plus 90 in vitality, which is massive, and I believe that also gives you a health regen boost. And I also am pretty sure that it gives you a normal, just health boost in general, so not just regen, so that can help you. But one of the most common reasons people grab this when they're here is because later in the game, when you're fighting an enemy called Worm Faces, and there's a few other creatures that inflict it, they inflict a status called Death Blight, and it is very dangerous. In fact, what it does is it causes instant death when it fully builds up. Right here, you can see Prince of Death Talisman. Well, it's not called the Talisman, but... Man, okay. If you climb up that ladder, you'll find another side of grace, which we're trying to get to, but... But this is showing you guys that the tree spirits are no joke. They are hard enemies to fight. Not only are they annoying to fight, you can't even block them because of the amount of damage that they do. You'll want to hug this left wall so you don't take any early hits this time. Run as fast as you can into here. And hopefully you get like I did this time, and you might have died a few times, but that's not what I'm talking about. Hopefully you run past him and he does not aggro on you and chase you down through the whole way. After you've done that, you can climb this area right here. It's a ladder, which is like the longest ladder I've ever seen in this game, but... Get up to the top, finally, and then you can drop down here. You'll be met with another imp gate, which we can use as stone sword key. We just got to open that one. And you'll first run forward. Obviously get a free somber smithing stone, which those can be used to level up special weapons. Run in here, find a dude with the battle axe. If you haven't figured out, those guys kinda hurt just a bit. There we go. Run in and get yourself all this stuff. Get yourself the wooden shield, the iron wet blade, and I don't know how to pronounce that one. That guy will try to push you off the edge. You can get some free runes from him, however. Run back in here. Turn to your right. And there's a grafted scion in here, which you probably don't want to fight because they are a pain. And, or, aggro it like I did and pick up those, but, that's kind of exactly what I didn't want to do. Just, kind of why I said try not to aggro it, but, hey. So, as you can see, there's a grafted scion. We got the talisman we wanted. You'll want to try and get as far as you can to that room, because there'll be some pretty decent stuff you can get out of it. However, if you're not ready, you're like me, and you're probably going to die a lot. So, if you listened to my advice that I was talking about earlier, you'll notice that it's really not worth it to try things over and over again if you can't do it. So, we are going to continue to make it further into here. So we're actually going to call this elevator, but rather than following the elevator right now, we're actually going to run in and go this way towards these Stormhawks, except these ones, they decided to make extra dangerous by making their beak a flamethrower. So be careful about that. So yeah, not only do they have swords this time, they have a flamethrower on their beak, so. As you can tell, Stormveil is, it's very annoying when it's here, when you don't have the best armor, nor you have the best stuff that you can tackle these enemies with. However, Stormveil itself, to be honest, when you get better stuff, is not as hard as you would think it is. I mean, it's still hard, but it gets better. And of course, he happens to have axe. But I'm not just gonna let a guy with a battle axe kill me. So after you kill him, you'll run over, you'll get yourself another smithing stone, run down here, and there will be another one of those birds with flamethrowers. They're pure evil. Trust me, if I could eliminate the birds, I would, but these are probably like one of the most annoying creatures in this game, if I'm being honest with you. With you guys. Out of all of the time I've played this game, which I probably have maybe 10 hours in this game, which, I mean, doesn't sound like a lot, but I've played my fair share of Souls games, so when you take that into consideration, saying that those are the most annoying creature in this game, I mean it. But anyways, after you kill all of those evil birds, you'll walk through and you'll find a building on your left with a big opening in it. You'll walk into it, and there will be a lady that doesn't want to kill you like everything else in here, and you'll talk to her. And she tells you that she wishes you to call upon her. You'll talk to her 3 times like every other NPC, and she'll tell you that if you're gonna go kill Godric the Great, well, not Godric the Great, but Godric the Grafted, I believe his name is, she wants you to call upon her. You have to run past this giant and these guards at light speed, and just pray that you don't die. And then you run in here. Cast at this little side of grace here. And then they'll run back out You'll notice these guys right here. Well, this little dude. And he went in just the wrong direction that I didn't want him to go. You've got to be kidding. Well, you'll see this pot right here. These pots are really annoying because they actually have a bunch of movement ability, surprisingly, and they just do a lot of damage. So after you hopefully kill that pot, you'll kill all the little baby pots in this area because they're actually a really big threat, surprisingly. So you'll go around here and you can use your glintstone arc. You'll get 2 cracked pots, which we can use to make, well, the fire pots and stuff that we can throw at enemies. We'll come back around here, go to your right, hit a kukri, and this is another story boss. This is Godric, and well, he's a very annoying boss to fight, but with the help of the lady we just talked to, he suddenly becomes a way easier fight. But before we fight him, we're going to rest at the side of Grace here. And we're going to go back to this area, and what we're going to do this time is be smart about it, and crouch over here, and scare him into going to the right into this room, and then you can kill him a lot easier. As you can see, we got the Ash of Worm Stormcaller, which can be useful, but in our case, we're not going to use it because, to be honest, I don't like Stormcaller that much, but you might. So, you guys can try out Stormcaller yourself. So we'll go to our Ash of War right now, and you can see Stormcaller, Storm Stomp, and Determination. I'm not going to use any of these because they actually reduce physical attack power, but they give you a better Ash of War to use. So I'm not going to use that. And so we'll run in here. We'll get our staff out. And then we'll summon Nephelian for 2 battle axes. Comes in here, and then it'll traverse the mist. Nepheli, you gonna follow me? Yeah, going without you. You'll meet Godric here. You'll get a cutscene where he's talking about a dragon and talks about that you're very, very weak. But I'm not just going to let anybody talk to me that way, so. Even though we do minor damage to him, Godric has quite a lot of health, and so does our knight here, so. Whew. You can see Godric isn't exactly the nicest boss. He's ranked one of the hardest early game bosses that you can fight. Because he has a bunch of movement attacks and his moveset is quite complicated. Oh no. Okay. Thanks for letting me have a lot of breathing room, Godric. Now then, hold Ben down, and if I'm not gonna lie, this cutscene after this is really disgusting because he cuts his own arm off. I really don't want to watch that. Then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, he just gets a dragon head and attaches that onto his arm by ripping the dragon's head off. And that's the main part I don't want to watch because it's kind of gross. So, with the help of our knight here and Nepheli, which is just, she's like, for whatever reason, like really good at killing Godric. You can run over here. kill Godric here. And... well, ow. Well, Godric, that's not very nice now, is it? And we almost got him dead on the first time, but Godric is, well, the only really way to describe him is, really annoying. He's really annoying. So, what we're gonna do is we have a bunch of things in here, variety, and in phase 2, at the start, we're going to use this instead. We pick this up on the way here, and this will protect us from fire damage, and if you didn't know, the dragon does fire damage. You probably knew that, I'm just joking. But anyways, we'll go back into here. Oh, I didn't summon Nephelian? Well, you can kill me this time. Not gonna do this fight without Nepheli. So. Yeah, don't exactly want to not do the fight without Nepheli, so, yeah, she's coming in with me. Okay, Banished Knight Evangrill. Ingravol, not Evangrill. Walk through the mist again. Boop. Why is his attack pattern so, like, weird? I mean, I guess I kind of understand. Yeah, try and avoid that, because that attack is, like, absolutely lethal, so. Yeah. So, you can see, Godric is, annoying. Just like everything else in Stormveil. So, you know what the best option is if we can't fight Godric? To go and level up. So, we'll look around. We'll go to Stormhill Shack. Now then, we come back here to this lady. So now then, you talk to her a few times after you've done the stuff. Then you go in, back to the round table hold. And I believe after you kill Godric, she'll appear there. Not Colosseum runes. However, there's one thing we can do to fix what we've been doing. Run in, he tells you he thinks you're dead. I don't die. I'm just joking. I do all the time. So, now, the best thing to level up would be our astrologer's staff. But we need money. How do you get money? Farming. But do you know what another good way to get money is? Caelid. So, we're going to go over to Caelid, and I'll show you how to do that. I'll run through here. However, just be mindful, Caelid is a very dangerous, and I mean like very, very dangerous area to be in. But there if you've seen one of my videos, or if you haven't, you can make 75,000 runes in Caelid. Which, if you didn't know, 75,000 is a lot. So, you'll want to run over here into this little hole in the Dragon Burnt Ruins. And, there's a bunch of rats in here. Make sure you are using the flail, by the way, because we're going to need the flail for this fight, actually. With the dragon, even though he's sleeping. We're going to need it. How am I getting beat up by a bunch of rats? There we go. After, you don't be like me and get beat up by a bunch of rats, you open this door, which, you soon figure out is a trap, and it just teleports you to Caelid. Which we're gonna abuse this feature, and, teleport ourselves to Caelid. Because running there is a pain, so... Teleport yourself there. You can learn about things in the game while reading these tips. I always read the tips because they're helpful. So you can see we're in the crystal tunnel. The best option here is just to crouch and go around this building. I'll show you again because these guys went aggro. Well, first we're gonna open this chest right here because why not? Free gravity stone. Then you walk over here, you jump up, and you slowly crouch your way around this. And then you make your way to the outside edge, and you keep crouching, and then you just do your little crouch run until you get into this tunnel, and then you run. Just dead sprint your way out of there until you get this side of grace. Then you can get this rot grease. Then we can hop on our horse here. Get a very handy companion for later. Right over here. The Rotten Stray. Where the Rotten Stray will try to kill you after you pick it up. Kinda convenient. You'll also find this little guy right here, trying to run around. Well, we can actually hit him here. Or he can run away. Well, you can try and kill that guy, or you can just follow the path to get 100k runes real fast, because we don't want to die to Caelid. So, over here. You can kill them if you want, but it won't give us anything. But you'll want to come over to these ruins, just right past that dung beetle, because there's actually something valuable in here. You gotta find the right building, though. Right there. This massive tower. This massive tower has something inside of it called the meteorite staff, which is like really good. So you'll want to pick that up while you're here, while hopefully not getting bullied by everything here. Come in, you'll get the meteorite staff. And we're also looking for another thing. Gotta find it though. There it is. It should be right here. Yep. Traveler's stuff, perfume bottles. Then you can also run down in this place if you find it, hopefully. You can open this, and this chest is not a trap, which is very helpful, to which you'll get yourself Rock Sling, which is really overpowered. Well, I shouldn't say really overpowered. It's really good. Oh yeah, also, I made a mistake here. When you're running about in Caelid, or if you're in poison water, make sure you don't make the same mistake I just did, and do not roll around, because rolling around will coat your armor and stuff, and you can't actually get out of, well, you can't really get out of the effect anymore, so. Now then. This video has been 46 minutes long of, well, me dying in Stormveil and running to Caelid. I'll be ending the video here, and that's how you get through Stormveil, where to get armor pieces, and how to get few weapons so you can prepare yourself for Godric. However, before we go, I want to make sure you leave a like and subscribe. You hit the notification bell down below. And leave a comment telling me if there's something else you want me to do. You know, like, tell you how to get to the Rose Church, or how to invade players, or what are some other good weapons that I can use in Elden Ring. But without further ado, I'll be ending the video here.